Fuck off, Liverpool. It is the post-match Pint, Rob Gutmann and Steve Graves. Steve thinks, he did in the sound check, he said he thinks he's going to be more positive than other people. I also think that Rob thinks he's going to be more positive than other people. The other people in question here is me. That is 2 points drops, and if you want to win the fucking league, Rob, you've got to go to Fulham and win. I'm furious with Liverpool in every single way.
Yeah, we're going to have to get the rest of the 112 points or something like that.
There's 111 more to play for. We've got one.
I despised Liverpool for about 65 minutes of
They were
today.
despisable, easily despisable.
Awful. I hated all of them. Was calling for Klopp's head. All the usual things I will do in the course of 90 minutes.
To be fair, you weren't. But
no, I wasn't. But I didn't.
Internally,
I
imagine.
say it out loud, Steve.
I should like to have the microphone more horizontal, by the way. This is post-match.
I didn't say it out loud. I was like, oh, Jurgen, what are you like? What are you doing, you fool? You fool. What I would have done is brought on the genius that is Darwin Núñez at half-time, who does make it better, because if those second half...
for the sake of 4 minutes, you're arguing with him over there, if we're honest.
I'm arguing with everybody. But if one of the lads I'm not as in love with scores in the 2-2 draw, I'm actually a lot angrier. But I'm made up that my two favourite players, Liverpool players of all time this afternoon, are Darwin Núñez and Salah scored. That always helps a little bit. It was an extended pre-season of a game. Liverpool have to think about that. I don't know what we learned. I've learned nothing.
I'd have more sympathy with that. I'll come back to you first, before we make Steve's life difficult. I would have more sympathy with that if they hadn't just played the way they played in the game at Leicester against Manchester City in the Community Shield. The reason why I'm so short of sympathy, first game of the season sympathy for them, more drinks come by the way, which is phenomenal. I'm so short of that sympathy for them is because they played last week and they played ever so well. To have basically kicked off as though they didn't know what football was anymore is why it was so fucking painful for 45.
I think rhythm's quite a complex thing in football, and something that Jurgen Klopp has opened my mind to the fact that it's much, much more important than I ever realised. And I think in a pre-season environment where you play every 3 days and then you leave a week and then you play half a team and then you don't, and then you play an intense game and then you leave it a full week, I think it's open to all manner of confusion. So whilst I take your point that if we just played pre-season games, you could see a weird game coming. In a sense, it's a red herring last week. In a sense, it's a red herring. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. I don't know why they turned in that bum of a performance today, bar 10, 15 minutes.
55 minutes. Bum of a performance, Steve, as Rob just sort of phrased it there. All three midfielders crap, which does not help the idea that they've chosen not to buy a midfielder this summer. All three of them crap. I don't think either centre-half plays particularly well. I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold has a particularly good game. Roberto Firmino's nowhere near it. My point here is that for 55 minutes, I'm naming 7 players here who just do not look at the races at all.
No, I mean, thinking about the sequence of things, maybe if that Strasbourg game was Tuesday and a bit more like the first team, maybe that would have... But look... the clubs made their choices. They made their choices with the fact that we've got no game now for 9 days in mind, and probably on the basis that they thought they'd win today, as we all thought we'd win today.
I thought we'd win today.
You just looked at it and went, "We'll win that game." And also, if you told me the things that we did, we scored 2 goals. Núñez and Salah got on the score sheet. I think these are the sort of the tentative positives. Carvalho comes on and looks good. I think
Elliot was great.
Elliot comes on and looks good. So there's
really well. I mean,
there's loads of things that come away. You went, if you told me I'd get all them things, and then you tell me but Fulham scored 2 as well. So okay. There was a really, really poor first 12, and then Liverpool come into it for about 10 from there up to about sort of 20 odds, and then their goal then again is kind of I mean, it probably is objectively quite a good game when you look at it, but we shouldn't be in quite good games with Fulham. No. That's not what we're about. That's not where we should be. Again, the overall positive is we don't lose games. One way or another, Liverpool don't lose, and one way or another, Liverpool didn't lose today. They found a way not to. It's just a little bit disappointing that. Well, it's very disappointing, the first 55, absolutely. Thiago, Fabinho,
Alright, the Reds, to enjoy the rest of this video as well as all of our premium content, just click on the join button below and join our YouTube membership. You'll get all of our exclusive content, including our match previews, our post-match reaction, our exclusive interviews, and all the transfer chat about who is coming in and out. So yeah, share the journey with us, supporting Liverpool from the heart of the city. We're home, we're away. Come and share it with us. Up the Reds.